Hello, Sopranos. This is a tutorial for you in the There Shall a Star from Jacob Come Forth. In general, we're going to flip or minimize the letter R unless it is crossed out, and in that case, it's definitely eliminated. Eliminate R's that are crossed out, and there are a lot of them. So I wrote in calm assurance and legato. No R, no R. I didn't hear many last night anyway. No breath at the bottom of the page. This is the IPA for this, so Israel, Israel, Israel. And flip that R if you can, Israel. Get rid of that R in septa from Israel, rise up. Flip that R or minimize it. Top of the page, no R, no R, no breath, no R in fourth, no R in scepter. Top of 8. Always piano. Let's take a lift here. 8th note, 8th rest, take a lift. This is the second bar of page 8. No R, no R, no R. You did a beautiful job on this phrase last night. When you get to, we're at the bottom of page 8, second measure, first beat. Let's make it 8th note, 8th rest to give you a breath. And if you wouldn't mind writing in measure 21 here. And again, you can see where you're eliminating the R's. Let's take a lift after the first beat of page 9. Eliminate the R's. Let's take a lift here. Last measure, top of page 9. And there might be a little bit of a retard in this bar. No R. We'll be right in tempo here, though, with this new idea coming in the organ. It's the first time it gets loud, but only in the organ. You're still piano. And cut off cleanly on beat 3. Top of page 10. Molto marcato. Please write in measure 32 here so we can find it quickly. It's a little faster. Quarter note was 112 at the beginning. Now this is a little more like 120, almost in 2. Notice the articulation. And a dash in a P. And dash in, glottal stop, in a piece. This little apostrophe means you insert an unaccented schwa syllable. And a dash in a P, like a great orator would. That's an old Robert Shaw trick. And very separate. And I last night was saying, when you hear me say Z, make sure you put a Z. So make sure a strong Z on the downbeat. It might help you to write a couple of vertical slashes, so you give that 2 beats. Princes and Nations. It is not it's not really unaccented. That's the same vowel as in love. Nations, nations, love, nations. Z on the downbeat. Again, the and a dash in the P. No breath here. Top of the page, you have a suspension. Bring that out. Z on the downbeat. And a dash in. Stick. The sforzando is very important. This just tells me the direction of the phrase. This is an arrival point. P, nations. Strong Z on beat 4. And a dash in. As before. Sforzando. I should have circled that. There's your Z on beat 4. Very legato. So the and dash in pieces is going to be marcato in character. This is going to be legato. Get rid of your R's. Let's make that a dotted quarter. It doesn't look like it with the light, but that's a dotted quarter. It was a half note. Let's make it a dotted quarter, eighth rest to give you a breath. And then back to marcato. And a dash in P. And a dash in P. P says the princess and nations. Eighth note, eighth rest. Put that Z there. And a dash in P says the princess and the nations. I did not ask for that and the nations here, but here it will help because there's a sforzando coming. It says and nay, and nay. I would write in the decrescendo, not trust the that you'll pay attention to diminuendo. I didn't do that in the lower parts. And we're gradually returning to 112. And reminder, this is nations as in love, same vowel as in love. We should be to tempo 1 by here. We're going to cut this off. Don't sing that quarter note. Just put an X there and put your Z on the downbeat with the altos and the tenors. Back to legato and piano. Get rid of your R's. A little crescendo here, and please mark that in. I wrote in surging confidence. Now, for the first time, or one of the first times, we sing this motive forte. No breath. Get rid of your R's. Decrescendo. It's not going to be a huge decrescendo, maybe mezzo forte. Well, the piano is going to, the accompaniment is going to get clear down to piano, so we will probably pull it back quite a bit. Let's see. Crescendo, please write in the crescendo, write in soaring confidence. And remind yourself that you've got to get clear up to forte. Stagger breathing through here. This was lovely last night. Write in your diminuendo. Get rid of the R in fourth. Basically the same tempo. Possibly a hair faster so that it feels like in 2. Get rid of the R and get rid of the R. I wrote in the word amazement here with sudden radiance. So act amazed. Crescendo. Clear to forte. Excuse me, it's not the company. And then a decrescendo down to piano. Get rid of your R. I wrote in quiet joy. Get rid of your R. We're going to make this a dotted half, quarter rest. And get ready because it's a subito forte. Unwavering belief is what I wrote in. Thy word, no breath, but subito piano. No R. Thy word, O Lord. And change Jesus to O Lord. Dotted half, quarter rest for a breath. I wrote in rising up, and I might do a little bit of a cellorando here, as though you're saying amen. Let's put a quarter rest, a quarter note quarter rest here, crescendo, up to mezzo piano, quarter note quarter rest, crescendoing up to mezzo forte. We're going to make dotted half, quarter rest, and on the last page, possibly a little retard, I wrote in amen. Praise, oh praise, diminuendo, clear down to piano by here. Full value on that whole note. And then you should write in look up. Thank you.